What's up guys, Ravindra Joisa here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the challenges that are faced by a candid wedding photographer in India. So before I go any further, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be sharing more videos of this kind every week. Well, as you all know, in India we have this something called candid wedding as a separate package, normal wedding photo shoot as a separate package, and there are other things like the pre-wedding and the post-wedding photo shoots. So I've been doing this candid wedding photography here in India for a while now, and I would like to share my own experience today. Well, I've seen a lot of videos and blogs saying what are the things that you need to ask a wedding photographer and what are the things that have to be covered, but then there is nothing about a photographer himself or the challenges that are faced by a wedding photographer or a candid wedding photographer, to be specific. So in this video I'm going to cover all of these challenges that are faced by a candid wedding photographer. Well, the point number one is hiring a candid wedding photographer. And you hire a candid wedding photographer, then leave them alone. Don't ask them to shoot a posed shot or any other group shots or something, because there is a separate photographer who will take care of all of those. You have hired someone only to do that job. Let the candid photographer do his job. That's the first thing. The second thing is relatives. So usually what happens is these relatives, they pull us out of our focus point. Our main focus will be the wedding, the bride and the groom, whereas these relatives, they just pull us as a photographer to photograph others, and we lose focus over there. And then we get a complaint saying, oh man, we missed this shot, why didn't you capture this shot? So that's a common thing with the relatives. Well, there are other scenarios that I've come across, like the naming ceremony of a kid, where the baby was either crying or it was all the time sleeping. So I had to capture its photo, and it was sleeping at the time. And someone complained saying, no, you're not supposed to capture photos when a baby is sleeping. I have no answer. Just leave a comment. What do you think? Should I capture a photo or not? And there is this another scenario which I've come across where the bride's uncle literally stopped me and he warned me from capturing any photos because it was an emotional shot which I wanted to capture, and a candid wedding photographer is expected to capture those kind of shots. Well, one thing to remember is photography is not just about smiling faces. It's the story basically. So that includes everything, right? From laughing, crying and everything. And I was literally shocked, and I just told him, just allow me to do my job. So that's another scenario that I've come across. Well, the third thing is the Mantap, or this platform where the bride and the groom get married. Well, there are too many people in the Mantap, so it's hard to focus on the people who are actually getting married. So it always happens that there'll be someone or the other in front of the camera and the subject. So it's extremely hard to focus. So you have to literally go around and then you position yourself, and finally there will be someone else coming in front. Oh, man. And you don't want to miss that shot when the garland is exchanged. So, and that happens in a fraction of seconds. You just don't want to miss that. And it has happened. I've seen few photographers where they exchange garland later on just for the photo. And there are these people who call you at midnight or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and they say that you have to be here because the wedding is at 3 a.m. Oh man, they should inform this well in advance. Even though the questions are asked at the time of booking, there is nothing mentioned because the cost might go up a bit because it's odd hours. Usually the photographers charge a bit higher if the wedding is during odd hours, like if it's midnight, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. But then there is nothing mentioned at the time of booking, but then later on the day of wedding they say that, oh, you have to be here at 2 a.m. in the morning, early morning, and the next day is the reception. So it's like 2 to 3 days continuous coverage without proper sleep. It's really hectic. Well, if you are a photographer and if you have come across all these kind of scenarios, then go ahead and smash that like button if you think that, well, if you have faced the same situation as me. And if you are a viewer, if you are planning to hire a photographer, then you can leave a query right now in the comments below than asking any kind of questions in the wedding event when the event is happening. So I'll be sharing videos of this kind every week, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit on that bell icon to get all the latest updates.